When doing photography, managing your photos is one of the most important things to do. And it can be really tedious and take a lot of time, but here software helps. I'm going to show you how I manage my photos using Darktable. But to start with, I always rename the shoot of the photos first. I'm working on the memory card from direct from camera, or the memory card from camera. So I'm doing this stuff on the memory card. So first, renaming the files. I'm on Ubuntu Studio 24.04. That's the file manager. There is called Dolphin, but the principles are the same. So I always first rename the shoot. I don't like these numbered things. So select the first one and the last one. And it's important that you have them, especially if you do time lapses, that you have them from the newest to the oldest, so they are in order. So I'm pressing F2 and renaming this like this. And this is a very important part, especially if you're doing time lapses and you're on Linux. So I put some more hashtags here. So this means that there are going to be zeros, not just 1 to 15, 165 or something like that, but 0, 0, 16 or something like that. So put more hashtags. This is for Dolphin. I don't know how it works for other file managers, but okay. So as you see here, 0, 0. So this is a lot better for if you're going to process them in a batch or a bigger format. So especially on Linux. So we'll go to Darktable then. So here we have Darktable, and I'm importing and working on from the SD card. Okay, so we add to library, but first I have my metadata, my basic metadata here that gets imported when that gets flagged or added as an import. So add to library, and here I have the memory card with the folder with the images. So add to library like that. So you can see now they have the basic metadata here. And now comes the important and the most tedious part of this whole thing. So I'm pressing W view or wolf or double view to view the image in a bigger format. And to select or reject the image, I press R. That's like in Raven, or reject. So first I go through these. I press, while I'm pressing view, I press R. So you can see in the here it becomes rejected. So So this is this. If you have thousands of images, I don't look that close at this. It's the first feeling, and then you can watch it a bit more. And this is very important to do if you do a lot of photography and do projects and shoots that have you get a lot of images. You fill up every place with the images, and it's difficult to manage it all. So I'm just playing around here with the focus area to get a nicer image. And as you can see, this is really a monster rig. So there is an extension tube, the dummy adapter, 2x teleconverter, and then the lens, just for some fun, a bit crazy super macro, all macro stuff. So here's I'm playing with the focus area also. That's quite interesting. This one. Okay. Now I have gone through the images. Now I select filter here. I select the rejected ones. Select the first one and then the last one. Pressing shift as I do it. So shift, click. So you have all the rejected ones selected. Like this. I'll have the red rejected mark here. Okay, then I delete them. Trash. This deletes them from the disk also, and it prompts that do you really want to do this? Yes, I really want to do this. I don't want the images that aren't that good. Okay, now, oh no, I don't have any images, but you have the rejected selected here, so you have to zero it out. So now you have the that you deemed useful. So now I have from about 40, I have how many do I have? 8 here. Now the other, this is quite a lot also. This I have taken out a bit more, but the second very important thing is to have some descriptions and some search words for this. This is easy as this is the same shoot, so I don't have, but if there's different kind of images, I select the sort of images that have approximately the same stuff in it. So I have all this selected, and then title is Uber rig, and description This is so these are the words that I can then search from my database, Darktable database, for images like this. Like that. Then I apply the metadata. So now every image has the metadata. Okay, I'm still on the SD card. So now I'm going to move these to the right place. But I'll show you this first. So this is one of the very important and good things about Darktable and doing things like this. So it creates the sidecar files, Xmp files that are text files that goes along with the file. So nothing happens to the real files. Everything, the information is here. It's like a recipe or how Darktable works with this image. It's all here. So very important. If you move files, you have to move the XMPs with it also. So that's why it's better to do it inside of Darktable, because it moves the sidecar files at the same time. And when you have this XMP sidecar file, even if they have something, and especially if you back up the folder with your photos, so you have a backup of it, you have always your edits and your metadata along. Even if Darktable uses a database, but perhaps that's more for the search and have the database, but the beautiful part of it is that even if for example, I just for a while ago I updated to Ubuntu Studio 24.04 and I did a fresh install. So I just re-imported my whole catalog with tens of thousands of images in Darktable. So it's in the Darktable database. But as I have these XMP files with them, everything is like before. So these are the most important parts when managing photos. You can't see them when you're doing it here, but try to remember it that these are the most important parts. Okay, of course the files, but the XMP. Okay, and I have two ways how I continue from here. If this is a special project, I select all and move them to the project folder. Or if there are more like catalog or images in more variable sort, I move them to my raw file. So I have tens of thousands of images in one folder. But specific project I have different folders for it. So when I move them, they move the file and the XMP, the sidecar file with. and it prompts if you want to physically move, and that you want to physically move it. So you get it out of the SD card, and this is very important. By doing it this way, I'm on the SD card, and now I have done everything here, and now I move them to the real place. Everything gets the Xmp and everything gets, and they are in the database, so you can search them from collections here with descriptions of name or cameras or stuff like that. So, and the important thing here, when you have moved the images from the SD card, of course if you have videos and other stuff, this doesn't manage videos. So if you have video files there, you have to move the video files also. So see that your card is empty, or you have managed the card, and then put it back into your camera and format it. This is important. So for many years ago, I had the problem that there was always some images or some card, but it's not effective. It takes a lot of time. So this is a quite effective way to work. So you take the SD card from your camera, rename after the shoot name, and then import into Darktable. Put the metadata in it. First go through them, delete or trash the unwanted ones, and then put the metadata on it. Move them with Darktable. Move. I think it's better that I show how, so you don't miss it. So pressing move, I have this selected. I'm going to move these from the SD card to the real folder on disk. Move, and I select raw and select as destination. And do you really want to physically move 8 images? Yes, I do. So, and then after you moved, check the card that it's empty. If there are video files, you have to move them also, and then get it back to your camera and format the SD card. Okay, this is how I manage my photos.